Okay, whenever you're ready.
Irving, Texas isn't a small town, but I grew up feeling like it was. Not in a quaint Mayberry RFD way, but in an I've got to get out of here way. I want to travel somewhere far, somewhere exciting. I want to explore new locations and new ideas. But mostly what I wanted was to feel free. Free from Irving, free from the same four walls in my room, free from the ties that bound me. Why? Let's just say that because of some childhood trauma, my parents became very protective. I missed school dances and field trips to the zoo and summer parties with friends, things that most kids are free to do. For a long time, I resented the restrictions. It took me a while to realize that there are some things more valuable than freedom. Because I couldn't go out in the world, I had to go into my mind. Through books and movies, I found characters like me, isolated and alone. It began through movies like Dead Poets Society. In one scene, a character named Neil Perry feels trapped between what he wants to do, be an actor, and what his father wants him to do, be a doctor. In the climatic confrontation, Neil pleads with his father, "I've got to tell you what I feel," but then he doesn't. He lacks the courage to stand up to his father or to disappoint him, so he takes his own life. I related to Neil because I felt trapped too, between the freedom that I wanted and the protection my parents offered. I wanted to express what I felt. I wanted to scream, "Let me out!" But I knew it wouldn't change anything. I knew I couldn't change anything. This conviction began to change when I read the novel, The Scarlet Letter, and met the character Hester Prynne. A young, beautiful girl, Hester is shunned by the Puritan society for violating its laws. She is forced to wear the scarlet letter and is subject to the constant derision of the townspeople. However, with patience and resilience and love, Hester absorbs all the hatred and fear and transforms it into admiration and eventually awe. Hester could have left and returned to England. She could have ventured west into unknown lands. She chooses to stay, though, because she is unwilling to sever her ties that bind her work, her duty, her loyalty. Neil Perry sees nothing but his cage, so his fate is sealed. Hester resigns herself to her cage and makes the best of her situation. It was in her exiled wilderness that Hester derives empathy, courage, and patience to change the meaning of the Scarlet Letter from adulteress to angel. Like Hester, I began to accept the freedom that solitude offers, the freedom to contemplate the things deeply and to wait patiently for change to occur. It is in the isolation of my room that I've come to understand the distance of my journey is not as important as the depth of my thoughts. The four walls of my room are still there, but they no longer symbolize a cage. I understand now because I've journeyed through the world of literature and engaged my thoughts on what is beautiful and noble and hopeful, that when the cage doors open and when I choose to leave, I will be venturing into a world fully prepared for the adventures that await and for the life I know I can live.
Okay.
How long was that?